The short answer to the question is yes. It's critically important to think about the next generation of fans and finding those people when they're kids.
Hmm.
There's no magic age per se. I've seen different data sets kind of point to, you need to have people in the tent before they're 12, before they're 16, before they're 18. Um, I generally buy it. I think like younger is better.
Hmm.
Um, but I think it's important to one is to recognize that adult fandom does not look like kid fandom.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times what's taken hold in this conversation is like, oh, kids these days they root for players, not teams.
Yeah.
They only watch highlights. They can't sit through a game. They do all of these things that to a 40-year-old seem like they're not really big fans. And that's because they're not, by comparison to a 40-year-old, really big fans. Like this is a thing, this is an activity that you are socialized into. It takes years, if not decades, to really reach peak fandom. And so to compare a 40-year-old's engagement to a 20-year-old's engagement to a 10-year-old's engagement and say, oh, I'm going to complain about like if they're not engaged, if a 10-year-old's not engaging like a 40-year-old, then they're lost. It's just it's kind of to sort of miss the way that this actually operates and takes root in
Yeah.
someone's life. And so that's really important, I think, to understand. Two, I think it's really important for kids, and I think the way to think about this, especially if you're a parent, but even if you're not a parent, if you're sort of just operating the business, is that I think we have to recognize that fandom is a learned behavior that requires repetition over time,
Hmm.
right? Learned behavior, parents should model this thing, and it requires repetition. So it's not watching one game one time. It's not watching a couple games a few times. It's watching hundreds of games over decades together.
Yeah.
Because the important part here is the repetition, but that behavior that you're modeling is stickiest when it's done in the context of family bonding rituals, right? So when I invite my kid in to watch with me and hang out, when it becomes something that we do with friends and family, the reason that we get together, right? When we do that repeatedly over the years, it becomes just what our family does. That's actually how fandom takes root in a kid's life. That's really the like the key moments are there in the living room with the family.
Yeah.
They're
I
in the
grew up
stadium.
watching the Cowboys on Thanksgiving with my family. Yeah.
Yes, that's where it takes root. Now it starts to spread very, very quickly. It starts to spread. They start to do things among themselves.